O is for objective. So make sure that you have a clear and measurable objective. Chances are you have talked about this. You have absolutely exhausted this topic in your grad school classes. I know that I did, if things are still the same. Nobody loves writing objectives, right? Or doing the work around objectives, but it is so incredibly important. Just a couple things to remember. One is that your objective should align with grade level standards. Okay, so just look up what those standards are. If you can look up the Common Core. There's actually a Common Core app now. I think it's actually called Common Core. If you want to look up your grade level standards, just make sure that they align. Then you want to make sure that whatever your assessment piece is, and everybody should always have some sort of assessment piece built into their lesson, even if you teach pre-K, whatever the assessment piece is, it should align with the objective. You want to make sure that it measures whether or not students have mastered the objective. Here's a bonus. If you teach upper grades, you probably already do this, but make sure that you have the objective visible for students, for yourself, and for the adults in the room. Honestly, it makes a huge difference. You'd be really surprised if you haven't used this already, even if you teach students that can't even read the material yet or read the objective first, I would still recommend, because it keeps you on track. And then also an agenda. So you might have noticed that during this course and during all of our courses, we always have an agenda. And when we transition to each different component of the course, we always show the agenda. It just puts people at ease. And I don't know if you've ever been to a professional development for teachers where they don't have an agenda and you have no idea what's going on and you're bored out of your mind and you're wondering when you're gonna get time to go get water, eat your lunch, or just get out of the room, right? It makes you feel so much more calm when you know what to expect. Post an agenda. Just take 5 minutes and just make a little chart and just put the 4 things you're going to be learning about. That's it. It takes no time at all, and I'm telling you, you will see the difference. So your thinking work right now is, what are the ways that you can check for understanding throughout a lesson? So there are many, many, many different ways. Some people call them CFUs. What are the ways that you check for understanding throughout the lesson? So there are lots of different ways to assess for understanding throughout the lesson, not just at the end. That includes using whiteboards, short answer responses, different levels of questioning, turn and talks, different hand signals. We've seen a lot of those used. Like if you ask a question, whether something is bigger or smaller, they can go like this or like this, they can go like this or like this. They can show the number on their fingers. There are just so many different ways. The idea is you want to make sure that when it's time for students to go and do the work, that they know how to do the work, not just what they're doing, right? Which we'll talk about posting directions. You want to know that they're ready to do the work. And you can find that out by constantly checking for understanding beforehand.